Hey teacher friends, it is Monica Genta here, and I am so stinking excited to bring you another episode of the Teacher Vlog, bringing you tips and tricks from other teachers in the form of a video interview, all with the hope that you walk into your classroom on Monday with ideas that can help you crush it in the classroom. This week, I'm bringing a good friend of mine on the Teacher Vlog. Her name is Kaitlyn, and she is an art teacher from Pennsylvania. Now, here's the cool thing about her tips. She is bringing two things to the table that are perfect for any teacher at any grade level in any subject area, not just for art teachers. She's going to be talking about the use of classroom humor and some really solid classroom management ideas. These are things that all teachers need a little refresher on and need a little advice on, and I'm so excited to introduce you to my friend, Kaitlyn. Hey friend, how's it going?
Good girl, just a long day of teaching. But
hey, I hear you. And thank you. You're doing this literally like moments after the kids left your classroom, right?
Yes, you don't want to know what's like on this side of my classroom because it's like a total hot mess, but
no,
we'll
but
I
think teachers can relate to that. Like just a total shitstorm after the kids leave, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a mess. It's a mess, but it was a good day and the kids, we're halfway through the week, so feeling good.
From our standpoint, from what we see, your classroom looks gorgeous. So
thank you.
Don't worry about it. That's all that matters.
Can I show you though? Literally, look at these boxes like piled up to my custodian is going to kill me because I was just unloading like 10 million supplies and I'm like, I'll just leave that right there. It's fine.
No, I love it. And I love that we got a view from your room. So Kaitlyn, I know about you, obviously. We're friends. We met this past summer, but it's like one of those things where it feels like I've known you for so much longer than that, which is really cool. I love that. But tell viewers a little bit about you.
So I am an art teacher. I teach K through 5 at an elementary school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this is my 11th year teaching.
Very cool.
Like, where did the time go? I feel like it was yesterday. But yeah, I've been around the block a little bit.
I love that. And art the entire time, right?
Art the entire time. Yeah, I'm certified K through 12, but I really love the little ones. I like planting the seed, and I love, watching them grow into little artists. And then I send them to middle school when they get taller than me.
There you go. Perfect. And I actually had like the privilege of sitting through some professional development that you did over the summer. And like your art is no joke. Like people, like if you are watching, you have got to check out Kaitlyn, especially on Instagram. Like every time you post things, I'm like, oh shoot. Like I don't have an artistic bone in my body, so I just get like uber teacher jealousy over you.
No, that makes me so happy because I feel like art doesn't need to be one of those things where you feel insecure about it or you're like afraid. Like my goal is like art for everyone. You know what I mean?
I love that.
It doesn't need to be as stressful as people build it up to be.
Okay.
It's supposed to be the opposite of stress.
That's a great quote. Art for everyone. I love that.
Yeah.
So, so we've got two tips that you're going to share with everyone today. And I think what's really cool is the two tips that you are sharing aren't exclusive to art teachers. These are tips that are for every teacher, every grade level.
Yeah.
So why don't you throw your first one out to us? What's the first tip for us?
All right. So my number one tip is you have to have a sense of humor. Like, you have to crack yourself. If you're cracking yourself up, you will absolutely, maybe crack up your students depending on their height, their age.
Yeah.
But like for me, using like funny voices or making I make so many fart noises in this classroom. It's unreal. And this year I have a microphone, and so when I do like a fart noise in the microphone, the whole crowd loses it. I just feel like I am like a stand-up comedian.
I know. That's amazing. The best part about that whole statement was you didn't call it your classroom. You just said, when the crowd, like, that's hilarious.
Sometimes like in an elementary school, you really do feel like if you ever need like a boost of confidence, like just walk through an elementary school and just start like waving and saying like you're getting high fives. You feel like such a celebrity.
Yeah.
Because they think you're awesome, but you just can't take yourself too seriously. It doesn't matter what you're teaching. It doesn't matter what like your subject is. If you can bring a little bit of humor into it, and also like playful humor with your students, not just like when you're teaching, but
Right.
you know, I don't want to say I tease, but like playfully just kind of like just talk to your students, connect with them.
Yeah.
I think that can help any teacher. Just don't take yourself seriously, please.
Yeah. No, it's a really powerful relationship building tool too. Like
Yeah.
I've never heard a kid say like, "Oh man, I hate humor. Like please don't make me laugh." Like
Right.
that's not a thing. So
No.
all right.
No. And
Very cool.
I have to say, I totally ripped you off. And I did tag you on Instagram about this. This year when I went over like my rules and procedures, I did the entire thing through GIFs and memes.
Yes.
Like the entire thing. And I was like,
I saw the baby one where the baby's like,
yes, I literally stole that from you because that was at your presentation, and my mom and I were sitting there cracking up, but it was like a baby just kind of moving. I was like, I need that for my classroom. So that was when they walked in. I was like, I'm so happy you're here, and they just thought it was so funny. It was like a nice icebreaker into like,
yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna probably bore you a little bit, but that kind of leads into my tip number 2.
Yeah, go for it.
Basically, which is establishing like set classroom procedures and rules and procedures and classroom management techniques. And if you can bring humor into that establishment, it makes it so much smoother. But you can't just like sometimes as teachers, like we spend all summer planning and we're like, oh, we know our first project, we know our first lesson, and you just want to jump into it. But if you don't have like a foundation in your classroom for the way that you want your room run, and what you expect of your students, like, are they allowed to talk over you when some teachers are more lax with that. Like for me, I'm a stickler for you need to raise your hand and unless at the appropriate times. And if you don't have those expectations set, then all your hard work and planning just completely like falls by the wayside, and they don't learn anything if you don't know if they can't be contained. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah.
So
it's part of those routines. I often say routines build relationships, and what you are saying is like exactly the right thing. Like that classroom management tool. If you can't control them, I don't know how you expect to teach them, right?
And don't be afraid to like. I remember my first year teaching. I thought I had all my rules, my procedures, all that stuff, but like I hadn't thought through. What if a kid does something wrong? What if a kid breaks one of these rules? And one of my students, my first year teaching, was like, well, so what happens if I get out of my seat? And I was like, you'll get in trouble. Like, I hadn't thought it all the way through. Like you have to, and especially elementary level, there can be no gray area. Like everything has to be black and white. Like if you do this, then this is what happens. Or if you do this in a positive way, this is what you can earn. Like kids need that structure. So it's okay though if you start teaching through the year and everything is tanking and bombing and none of your classroom procedures are working the way you thought it would. It's okay to hit a pause and like reteach them in October. Reteach them in December. Like nobody says because you said it in the beginning of the year like that's the end all be all and you have to suffer throughout the year with it. It's okay to stop and also like ask your students like what do you think is going well? What do you think we need to work on? Or what do you think the rules in the classroom should be? Let them write the rules because a lot of times they have way better ideas than we do. I think. But.
I know, and it's just that flexibility that you're talking about. Like we don't have to have all of the answers. Like at the very first moment that the school year begins, like we can exercise flexibility and we can get students involved in that process and like together figure out what's going to work best for these students in this classroom this year.
Definitely. And like every class is different and every school is different and things that I, had set in stone at my Title I school when I first started teaching, I don't have to do as much in my current school, or maybe certain things, like you have to get to know your students. That's number one. I mean, I should have said that as a rule, but once you get to know your students, then you can establish those procedures and things and find out what motivates them. Find out what excites them. It's not a cookie cutter system at all. You need to get to know your kids in order to build those relationships.
That's right. I love it. Okay, so to sum it up, first of all, we have to have a sense of humor. We got to have fun and be playful with our kids. That helps build relationships. And then also the classroom management. Like we have to create routines and expectations that have the kids in mind and also that they are a part of. It's perfect. I love it.
100%.
Kaitlyn, those are solid, girl. I love
Air
it.
high five.
High five. Yes. Okay, perfect. And there you have it, friends. 2 tips from Kaitlyn that are gonna help you crush it in the classroom this week. Just to refresh, number 1, it is okay to be silly with your students, right? Like, this profession is serious. It's a serious profession, but we can't take ourselves too seriously, so go in there and have some fun with students. Secondly, if you want to teach them, first you have to be able to manage them. And in order to create a really solid classroom management strategy, it's really important to get the kids involved in that process. They can play a role in the classroom management system. All right, friends, if you are picking up what we are throwing down here on the teacher vlog, share this out with your educator friends. Everyone out there who is in education needs that little extra boost to get them going on Monday. So share it out, comment, subscribe to the vlog, and we will see you back here next week with some more tips and tricks from teachers just like you here on the teacher vlog. All right, go ahead and crush it in your classroom this week. Remember, you've got this.